Hello world, this is Blockheart, and I'm here to talk to you guys. Now, it's been a long time since I have cast a game. Been busy doing music, schoolwork, and all kinds of other things, and all kinds of things have happened in League in my absence. Figured this game would be a good way to talk about them because it goes on for a very long time. So, as you can see, our team, pretty standard in this one. We have Renekton, top. I'm bottom as Caitlyn, which always seems to happen. I don't play her very much, but it seems the most interesting games I do, I end up being her. We have a Veigar mid, scales pretty well, doesn't have the strongest lane. We got a Lee Sin in the jungle, always known to be strong there, and I am bot with a drunken Welsh history professor. And yeah, his ping was a little high, so you'll have to forgive him, in addition to the fact that he was drunk. But he plays a pretty mean support Soraka. So, as you can see, their team a little bit unorthodox in the fact that they have AP Yi. Now, AP Yi actually has a pretty strong lane. It's difficult to get him to do a whole lot in team fights unless you're getting a whole lot of kills to refresh all of his cooldowns. We're also basically doing a mirror match here. They have their Caitlyn and Zyra as their support. She plays a lot like Lux in the support. She's got a bind and will basically hide in bushes. She can put out plants to do quite a bit of damage, but they will push the lane if she uses them too often. So it's a sometimes food, like cookies, according to the Cookie Monster. So they know we're here, we know that they know we're here, and I think we're just going to go our separate ways on this one. Singed is the guy that's going to be top against Renekton. And, yeah, Hecarim is their jungler, who seems to be more popular now that we've got the Season 3 changes. So, let's talk a little bit about stuff that has changed. First of all, we've got a whole new map. 3v3 has been revamped. I've been trying to record games in it, but for some reason my recording program and League Replay don't want to cooperate for that one. So it keeps crashing about halfway through. Also, you can't see other people's health bars unless the character I was playing is next to them. So we'll see. Maybe they'll patch it up so I can do a couple of the 3v3s. So far, I like that map. It's fun, but it has a lot of the problems the old one did. Like, it's better designed, but it still really favors tanky people. Yeah, so you can see what's happening here. We're getting harassed. I'm not counter-harassing when they're getting Baron Daredevil there. So yeah, they're just going to flash in and take him out. That was mostly latency, I think. And, you know, inebriation also factors into it, I'm sure. So, mid lane's going to be weird in this one. Master Yi basically is really hard to stop, but with Veigar's stun, he is going to be able to, if he can predict where he's going to end up, stun him and get off quite a bit of damage. Yi's also one of the best healers in the game, especially when going AP, so we'll see exactly how this one pans out. Now bottom, yeah, this is just going to be a whole lot of farming. Really not a whole lot to say here. Zyra is much better at killing people, Soraka is much better at keeping them alive. Pretty sure this Caitlyn's going to out-Caitlyn me, though. Like, I'm not a pro Caitlyn player. I rarely stack up headshot for other people because you have to kill minions so often that it's really hard to plan when you can get in a headshot. So, top, I think he's going to be able to escape, maybe? Yeah. So also, yeah, I'm not going to be commenting too furiously on the game. I just chose this one because it's really, really long. It's a lethargic and perhaps depressing game. But, you know what? It's going to give me some time. I might do this one in 2 parts because, as you can see, it's going to go on a long time. So, children, make sure you get all of your popcorn and sodas now because you're going to be here a while. So, another thing that changed with the new season is items, and a whole lot of them. And I like that variety. I don't even know if they're better or worse at this point in any way, but I just like the fact there's new things. The new layout and the shop and the UI, like, can get a little confusing. I don't always know what's going on. But, you know what? I'm willing to try something different, and I think for new players especially, it probably will be a little bit more wieldy. So yeah, you can see Singed already is going to start snowballing. He's probably going to go get a catalyst, or something close to it, which makes him into an unstoppable laning machine. Now, you can see Master Yi getting really close to killing this Veigar. Hecarim's going to come, use his flash to get out. Lee Sin's going to safeguard back to him. Seems like they're safe. Yep. And yeah, you can see, like... Oh, God, he does pick up the kill. Yeah. That Alpha Strike can be quite deadly. Is he going to manage to pick it up? Oh, my God. Great Lee Sinning by this Lee Sin. Managed to get a 1-for-1 there. Bot lane, you can see they're out harassing us quite a bit. We've taken a good amount of damage. Farm-wise, basically the same. No one's really taking too much of an advantage at this point. We also really haven't been ganked much at this point either, so that's what you'd expect from bot lane. Now top, Renekton's going to start having problems. Singed didn't get a Catalyst, but he did get Crystalline Flask, which is basically free potions every time he goes back. So he is just going to be hard to stop. He's going to have regen, and his only harass is basically poison. He can fling someone in, but that's basically just to do more damage with the poison. So harassing him might not even be worth it for this Renekton. If he goes in, he's going to take damage from the poison. Yeah, he can use Cull the Weak. Like, that was a pretty wise move there, but he's going to have to do a lot to get Singed anything close to low. So, we see this guy is coming in here. We don't know exactly where he went, though. We kind of have a wah-wah moment here. Yup. And a big pile of nothing. We got both junglers bottom, neither one's really coming in for anything. Yeah, also, like, linear skill shots is really this lane. We both seem to be able to dodge them pretty well. Okay, here comes Lee Sin. I wish I was a little bit closer. He does excellently. He is doing very well. Yeah, so that, Spine she can fire out after she dies. She's basically the AP version of Kog'Maw. Does quite a bit of true damage, and it was definitely enough to get him. Lee Sin's in a very risky place right now. If Hecarim comes in for him, it's going to be in a bad spot. I'm not too worried because of traps, but yeah, he's going to be able to get out. And everything was okay. So yeah, you can see Master Yi's having a better time. Like, Veigar, again, not the world's strongest laner. He doesn't really need to be. If he gets free farm, like, he becomes amazing, but you should really never let him get that. Looks like Master Yi's going to go bottom. Wandering down with his Master Yi shoes through the jungle. I always kind of wondered, like, why does he never use the extra sword boots that he has? Because he's got, like, little extra booty swords there. So at this point, yeah, I'm running away. I decide to flash. I was thinking I'd be able to get it, but he just manages to get off that Alpha Strike on me. We are going to be able to take him out, especially because Soraka stops his channeling for his heal, which is one of his big weaknesses. And now they're going for Hecarim. They get that too. Are they going to keep going? Nope, they're going to decide to be careful. Probably good Zyra could do a whole lot of damage to them if they're in a small amount of space. So yeah, you can see, like, there are bananas being tossed in this lane. It is not not passive Soraka, rather it is banana Soraka. Oh, is Veigar going to be able to get it? Oh, it's close. I think that was double ignite. Either way, we killed her. So, is good. So, let's talk a little bit more about the items. So, some new things. There's basically the culling axe from Dota has been implemented in the Hunter's Machete. You just do more damage to jungle creatures. And for most people now, that seems to be a better starting item than cloth armor. So you can actually start out, have a relatively good jungle clear time, but you will take more damage. You're not able to just blow through the jungle with characters like Warwick and gank all the time. Characters like Warwick are definitely a little bit more suitable in this jungle because you will have relatively high health. Their clear times still are not particularly fast, though. So it's a combination between the very old jungle and now. So yeah, I knew I wasn't going to kill her there. I just want her out of lane so that I can basically have free farm. I'm also waiting for my support to get back so I can kind of level the playing field that way. Coming through the Master Yi, he's going to get out, and he's just going to heal up all of that damage because Master Yi. So, Singed and Renekton doing pretty well. You can see, yeah, Singed is definitely getting ahead. Renekton is keeping up. He's not too far behind. He has died twice, which is bad, but I think he's going to be able to hold himself there. So, they are coming through for this Lee Sin, who wisely is getting out. No, it looks like they switched tacks. Going to go mid. Maybe. Master Yi's going to try to sneak up on Veigar. Ooh, and you can see, yeah, that takes out a big, hefty amount of damage. Although Veigar can do about the same amount of damage back, if Master Yi meditates, that's all going to go away. Oh god. So, yeah, big fight up top. They're both low, however, it's Singed, and you never want to chase Singed. So, yeah, Lee Sin's gonna die from Poison and Ignite. Oh, gives up 500 gold there. Like, they did kill Singed, which is good, but at the same time, like, at this point in the game especially, like, chasing Singed is never going to be a good idea. Back to the new jungle. Oh my god, that was a beautiful play by Veigar. He absolutely stuffed him. Keep getting distracted. Must focus. Jungle items. So the machete can also build, in addition to Wriggle's Lantern, the old item, can build into the Spirit Stone, which has 3 different build paths. And so AP junglers feel like they're, like, you don't just buy gold for 10 anymore, basically. You can actually get items that really help you jungling, because they don't just increase your attack damage or AP, they just increase all damage, even by abilities, to people. Personally, right now, I'm liking the one that gives you tenacity, and I know this sounds weird, but it actually can give you a reason to buy Boots 3. Also, I think he disconnected for a second there, but he's still alive, it's okay. But yeah, with the new boot enchantments especially, if you get the movement speed boots with the movement speed enchantment, you go very fast, and being able to have tenacity through a different way, like, it is everything you've ever wanted for characters like Singed, Shyvana, anyone who really relies on movement speed. It was a pretty good dodge there. We got her to waste her ultimate. So farm-wise, we are still pretty close. You can see she's getting a little bit ahead of me. She's got 7 more. Oh god. I don't know what that ping was for, but it was supposed to be exciting. Now, some other than the new items are fun. Static Shiv, I am liking. On anyone who has stack upable damage, I'm thinking of characters like Twisted Fate with stacked deck. Like, if you can stack that and the Lightning Bolt, which is pretty easy to do from Shiv, it actually is a pretty good item early game. Which is weird, you know, generally attack speed tends to be the ones you get, like, later on, but it gives you that attack speed critical hit option and a decent way to harass with it. Oh, Hecarim barely trying to get out of there. Just makes it. And yeah, you can see Caitlyn picked up the kill there. I'm staying bottom because I really do just want to farm up. Also, if I came at this point, I'd just be late. I probably should have covered their escape, but is he going to be able to save him? Nope, he goes down. Okay, Plant Lady's going for him, but Crocodile, and they pick up the kill. Good. But yeah, like, I actually like the Static Shiv. I've only gotten it a couple times, and in this game I don't. I'll tell you why later, but it's a fun item at the very least. I like that you can charge it up by moving and attacking, and doing both at once, so yeah, it's a good variety. Now, a couple, like, items have been changed as well. Black Cleaver is the one everyone's citing right now as being, a problem. I haven't seen it too much. It does give you good stats. It gives you health, cooldown reduction, and, attack damage. And, I mean, that's good for almost anyone. On casters, particularly AD casters, like, it works pretty well. Like, it seems like a really good change in it. Also, with the changes to penetration, a lot of people have been complaining about the marks, that they were reduced, you know, so your flat armor penetration or flat magic penetration isn't quite as high now. They are reduced, but it makes them so much more appealing late game because they changed the way the mechanic works. So now percentage is applied first and then flat afterwards, instead of the other way around like it used to be. And so later game, like, yeah, if you can stack both of them, they become very appealing. Whereas it used to be, you know, you'd just get Last Whisper and it basically doesn't matter if you have flat pen at that point. Not much, at least. And so yeah, I actually kind of like it. It makes it a very good late game kind of option. Definitely not as good as an early game. Most people still just go flat AP or attack damage anyway, but I still use the penetration runes because they seem to work for me. And yeah, Deathfire Grasp is another one that they changed around. It's more AP, gives you 100 AP, no mana still, gives you cooldown reduction, and instead of the way it used to work, you shoot someone, it deals percentage health damage, and then they take increased damage from your abilities for so long. So it actually, you know, kind of solves the being able to simply, like, nuke someone down. Can still work, but it won't do all of the damage. You have to do it with your abilities, which I think is a pretty good compromise to the, you know, high AP Evelyns out there that'll just come by, shoot you with that, and reduce you to 50% health automatically. So, one big thing that got changed, like, support items are a whole lot more variety now. And some of them I don't know exactly why. So the Aegis has been changed. It's not quite as good when it starts out, but you can upgrade it into basically magic resist Aegis. And it gives a 30 magic resist aura, which seems like huge. And like casters, I guess, you know, with the penetration changes might be able to help that. But like giving everyone 30 magic resist is huge. I mean, it used to be magic resist was very difficult to get, but now there's even, they added the Quicksilver Sash item, Mercurial Sword, Mercurial Scimitar, something like that. And yeah, it gives you the Quicksilver Sash and a bunch of attack damage. And so it just becomes very difficult to bring down people with AP later on in the game, it feels. And you know, I bet, you know, Riot has a good reason. I haven't heard it yet, so I'm not sure exactly what the reasoning behind it was. Oh, this is close. That was the beauty of Exhaust right there. Stops people from doing what they want, particularly if they're melee, so it worked out well for us. Oh god, here comes the horsey guy, though. So, farm-wise, yeah, I'm pulling a little bit ahead. She's definitely got more kills than me, though. She's probably going to stay a little bit ahead. Singed finally took out top, and yeah, that's going to give their team a little bit of an advantage here. Oh my god, Veigar pops in, lands the stun, we are going, gets the ignite, and that little thorn, I don't quite manage to dodge it. I knew it was coming, but I just walked right into it. I do that quite a bit. Especially like with that one. Other linear skill shots, no problem, but with the plant you have no clue where it's going to fire. Its animation is kind of awkward looking, let's say. So a cool support item they did introduce is the Crucible, which basically it's Quicksilver Sash that you can use on another person. And for people that are very susceptible to CC, for instance Master Yi, if your support has that, it can be absolutely amazing. You can just steamroll people, but it's very difficult to know exactly when to use. Since you have to use it on someone else, you have to pay very close attention. I've got it a couple times. I feel that I haven't been able to make full use of it yet. But it might be... I don't know if it's going to be like any kind of meta breaker or other thing, but feels like melee carries could be a little bit more hard to shut down, especially with that, the Mercurial Scimitar? I think that's what it's called. But whatever the Quicksilver Sash item is. Those are the big items I can think of from the change. There's, you know, everything's been changed around a little bit as well. And actually, gold per 10 seems to be more effective now than it used to be. And I think it just gives more. It gives 4 gold per 10 seconds, unless you give Avarice Blade, in which case you also get 2 bonus gold on a kill, like Twisted Fate's passive. And so, if you get those early on, yeah, it's good. Okay. So, at this point, I probably should have been shooting at Zyra, but we got to focus Hecarim. Also, since she had Flash, I guess it was good that I didn't get to. Singed is free farming top, but Renekton did help us secure that kill. So, we've started team fights, but he's just pushing and farming up. He's going to be a big problem. I decide to teleport in. He's a higher level than me, and Singed, and yeah. I was hoping maybe I could kill minions to survive poison, but no. That was a terrible idea on my part, guys. I should not have even gone to that turret. I should have stayed where I was. I thought I could save it, but yeah, he was already there. If he was somewhere further around and I had time to prepare, okay, but I went in with no mana to a turret being attacked by a guy higher level than me, and I really shouldn't have. But at least I do manage to pick up the Thirsty Bloodthirster Thursdays. And oh my god, the balls on this Soraka. Oh god, is he gonna die? Oh. That ultimate, it can pick you off from almost anywhere. They were trying to get in the way. You could see Veigar moving in for it, but it just didn't happen. Alright, Master Yi taking out waves by himself. Looks like they're going to push up mid. Lee Sin wants us to get blue, but I'm worried if we go, they're going to get the turret. Yeah, so in this one, Lee Sin has basically decided to give up a turret in the favor of giving someone blue, which, in my opinion, is not worth it. They should have just left blue, helped the mid turret. They could have even come in and tried for a gank, which would have been even better. So, I thought she was going to get away, but we just nailed her. We get Master Yi as well. At this point, getting out seems like a good idea. We're at very low health. Veigar's going to get caught, uses a stun, but I don't want to... Yeah. We called the back. Here comes Singed. I still don't have my net on cooldown. I would love to use it. At this point, I probably have it, but I don't even know where to go. Probably should have tried to use it over a wall. I think you can get over these ones. But yeah, I got Singed again. And you can see, yeah, turrets aren't going to bother him. His damage output isn't huge, but it becomes pretty much unavoidable. Unless you have slows or people to hide behind. And with my net down, there's not much I can do. When I do have the net, I can slow him and then lay a trap down, which at least gives me a pretty good head start. So, Caitlyn's going for Dragon. I think Renekton's moving to intercept, but they can see him. Yeah, they want to kill him. So, oh, they got him. Okay, so, yeah, they got Dragon to aggro on him, but they pulled it out too far and it went back and reset, which is good. He's basically prevented them from getting Dragon. Now, these guys are waiting to go in. I think Veigar's going to try to stun. They see him, so they're going to get out. We both have wards in that bush. Yep, that's kind of a anticlimax. Nothing's really going to happen there. Oh, Veigar comes in, goes for it. Everyone uses their ultimates. Yeah, and it's good. Well, you know, the crocodile doesn't, but his ultimate's boring anyway. It's a less cool version of Nasus's. Now, you can see build-wise, me and the other Caitlyn are doing the same thing. She's just ahead of me. She also has a dagger. Don't know exactly why. Usually I tend to build flat damage on her first because it helps out with her harass. Yeah, so you can see that slow really helps shut Singe down. If anyone has like a frozen mallet, it's a particularly good item against him since he doesn't have any gap closers other than moving really fast. Oh, they found Lee Sin. He gets bound. He's going to get out. Singe is coming after. I'm ready to shoot whoever comes around that corner. Looks like they're all going to come out at the same time, though. And we kind of got split up. I thought we were moving apart. No, they're going for Vhagar. Is he going to manage to get out? For now, yes. Singe is still going after him. Lee Sin does a good kick to get him away. AP Yi is getting in there. Get flung. Yeah, Singe. I want to get in there closer, but I'm... Yeah. At this point, like, I could go after Zyra and maybe kill her, but problem is with Fling and being slowed and all of that, I also might just spend my time moving there before I die. So I was trying to get Hecarim. Maybe not the best idea. Is probably not a good idea, especially when there's squishier targets. But again, you can waste a lot of time trying to get people that are out of your range, even with a range as massive as Caitlyn's. So you can see, yeah, this one, it's not going great for us. We have the same amount of kills, they have one tower up on us, and also they just seem more fed. The money difference isn't huge, but their people getting fed are, well, this guy, Singed. And he's got Rod of Ages, he's got Magic Penetration, he's got Spell Vamp. Seems a little bit weird, but maybe works out for him. I guess it does help with his regen, but his passive regen seems high enough that you wouldn't need it, considering that all of his things are area of effect except for Fling. And by all of his things, his poison. He's going to try to push bottom. I think. Maybe he's just going to leave it. Because he's going to have to deal with Combat Soraka, who's going to silence him and simply walk back to the tower. So, yeah. You can see, like, Master Yi does have limitations. You gotta be really careful where you Alpha Strike to. You can stun him under turrets if you know who he targeted and that person flashes back somewhere safe. So, Caitlyn's coming in, don't want to get trapped out. Lee Sin misses his Resonating Strike. And he's going to get out of there. Probably not a good idea to chase. So, I want to stay over here. Which seems like a great idea. So at this point, like, I am in a perfect ranged carry place. I am safe behind my wall. I want to stay here. If they can bring them to me, that would be great. So I am going to move in closer because I want to put that damage out on Singed. I also want to go just get Caitlyn, but yeah, that was a lot of gold. And maybe, you know, once again, picking targets, like, it's weird at this point because Caitlyn is... I tried to get there. I don't know if I had my net up. I probably could have prevented that from happening, though. So Vhagar's going in a little too ballsy. Lee Sin's going in. I don't want to get that much close. I do get bound. And we just gave her a triple kill. She did die, but she's going to get some money there. She's got 10 kills. I've got 2. Admittedly, like, kills aren't everything, but you don't want to feed carries. And, okay, so I thought I'd be okay here. Master Yi's going to come in. I also realized I don't have any mana, so I had enough to lay down a trap. Didn't even make it. Ignite takes me out. That was my bad. It's very easy to feel safe as Caitlyn, but you really gotta watch your mana because you can go through it pretty quick, and it does not come back very fast. So, I think I'm going to pause this one here. We're halfway through. I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. I'll continue on in the next part for the thrilling finale!